The South China Sea has become the theater where every littoral nation must reconsider its survival strategy. For Vietnam, one of the most potent answers lies in the Bastion-P coastal defense system, armed with the P-800 Onyx supersonic cruise missile. This system embodies the philosophy of denying access to hostile naval forces and turning Vietnam's long coastline into a formidable fortress. It is not just a missile launcher, it is a symbol of deterrence. For the Philippines, now fielding the BrahMos missile in a similar coastal defense role, the Vietnamese Bastion-P becomes a natural point of comparison, showing how two nations in the same contested waters pursue parallel strategies. The Bastion-P is designed to create an impenetrable shield against enemy surface ships. Mounted on highly mobile trucks, it can be deployed rapidly along the coast and even hidden in mountainous terrain or forested areas. Each launcher carries two P-800 Onyx missiles, each capable of flying at speeds up to Mach 2.5. At a range of over 300 kilometers, the missile can reach targets deep into contested waters, giving Vietnam the ability to impose a no-go zone on rival navies. Its guidance system combines inertial navigation, radar homing, and high-speed maneuvering, making interception extremely difficult. For any adversary, the Bastion is not just a weapon to respect. It is a threat that forces constant recalculation before every move. For Vietnam, the strategic meaning of Bastion-P is clear. It secures the homeland by deterring incursions and complicates any plan to project naval power near Vietnamese waters. In the South China Sea, where tensions are defined by maritime disputes and island outposts, the presence of Bastion batteries ensures that no hostile force can operate freely near the Vietnamese coast or the Spratly Islands without facing unacceptable risks. It creates an umbrella of denial, where even the most advanced warships must respect the invisible line drawn by supersonic missiles hidden along the shoreline. The parallel with the Philippines is striking. Manila, after decades of weakness in coastal defense, is now integrating the BrahMos missile into its arsenal. BrahMos, co-developed by India and Russia, is itself a derivative of the Onyx design, sharing similar performance but with modernized avionics and improved accuracy. In essence, both nations are adopting the same school of thought: use highly mobile, high-speed, long-range coastal missiles to compensate for limited naval assets. This convergence creates a natural point of comparison for regional audiences. The Philippines is now where Vietnam was a decade ago, building a credible anti-access capability to deny stronger navies uncontested control. This similarity has broader meaning. Both Bastion-P and BrahMos are oriented toward one underlying challenge: the expansion of Chinese maritime power. Neither Hanoi nor Manila will publicly frame their deployments in those terms, but the strategic logic is obvious. Against a fleet of destroyers, frigates, and Coast Guard vessels that patrol aggressively in contested waters, the most effective answer is to make every incursion dangerous. A Bastion battery on Vietnam's coast, or a BrahMos battery on Luzon, is not just hardware. It is a message that gray zone tactics cannot proceed without consequences. When viewed from the perspective of regional security, the Bastion-BrahMos parallel adds another layer to the emerging network of deterrence. The United States and Japan are reinforcing their presence through naval patrols and base access agreements with the Philippines. Australia, through AUKUS, is reshaping the balance undersea. India, by exporting BrahMos, links its strategic vision to Southeast Asia. Vietnam's Bastion, though supplied by Russia, fits into this mosaic as a sovereign statement of resilience. Together, these elements point to a South China Sea where no single navy can operate without restraint, and where regional actors are building overlapping layers of denial to protect their sovereignty. The psychological dimension of Bastion-P is also profound. For Vietnam, possessing a weapon that can outrun and outmaneuver most naval defenses is a reassurance of self-reliance. For its neighbors, particularly the Philippines, it is an example that modern coastal defense is not beyond reach. When Manila fields BrahMos batteries along Palawan or Luzon, the echo of Vietnam's Bastion deployment will be heard. Both systems are cousins. Both are meant to shape the same theater, and both highlight the determination of Southeast Asian nations to prevent unilateral domination. From a technical perspective, the comparison between Bastion-P and BrahMos highlights the evolution of coastal defense missiles. The P-800 Onyx remains a powerful weapon with raw supersonic speed and heavy warheads, optimized for breaking through naval defenses. BrahMos, derived from the same lineage, incorporates improved guidance, better resistance to electronic warfare, and a record of successful joint production. For Vietnam, the Bastion provides battle-tested deterrence. For the Philippines, BrahMos represents a leap into modern precision strike capability. The two systems, though separated by time and suppliers, serve as complementary expressions of the same doctrine: deny hostile fleets the ability to operate with impunity. As the Philippines advances through Horizon 3 modernization, and Vietnam continues to consolidate its layered defense, the role of coastal missile systems will only grow. They are cost-effective compared to building large navies, and their deterrent effect is disproportionate to their size. In a future scenario where Vietnamese Bastions and Philippine BrahMos systems operate in parallel, the South China Sea could witness a new kind of balance: small nations leveraging technology to counterbalance great powers. It is not parity in numbers, but equilibrium in deterrence. In this evolving picture, Vietnam's Bastion-P is more than a national asset. It is part of a regional trend toward anti-access strategies. Its supersonic roar carries a message not only to Hanoi's rivals, but also to its neighbors. Sovereignty in Southeast Asia will not be surrendered quietly. The Philippines has taken this lesson to heart with BrahMos, and the parallels between the two countries' paths will be a theme of growing importance in the years to come. Over time, the twin presence of Bastion and BrahMos could form a symbolic arch of denial across the South China Sea, reshaping the balance of power in subtle but decisive ways. If you find these kinds of deep dive analyses valuable, I encourage you to support this channel. Your views, subscriptions, and engagement help sustain a platform where we can continue to examine how weapons like Bastion-P and BrahMos shape the security of Southeast Asia. Together, we can build a community that understands the stakes in the South China Sea and the strategies nations use to protect their future. Stay tuned, share your thoughts in the comments, and help us bring more of these strategic insights to light.